What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Box Office Chatter.
Chatter.
I can barely contain myself. How are y'all doing? How about another top 10 to start the year just because we can? And that's not just me and Rodney, because if it was, we'd be up close to the camera, wouldn't we? That's what we do. But since we got 3, we're not normally doing that. But I guess we could have done that since Tyler's on the fucking couch. We've already started, right?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we kind of did top 10 shows before, right? But, you know, a lot of comedy shows get left out. So what we're going to do is we're going to do top 10 shows, more on the serious side. That could be horror, action, drama. Yeah, you fucked up, Tyler. Like I said, Tyler's here. Are you talking into your mic, or did you not want to reveal that? And we're also going to do top 10 comedy shows, you know, less serious side. So, the thing is, what we're going to do is we're going to, you know, ping-ponging around like we normally do. My 10, your 10, how about your 10, back to my 10. But we're also going to do, like, here's my 10 serious show, here's my 10 comedy. Here's his top 10 serious show, here's his top 10 comedy.
It's true. This is how it's going to happen.
These are facts. These are the facts.
Strap in, folks, because this is going to be a good one.
I'm supposed to go first.
Yeah.
On this one is what I've been told, and I'm fine with that if that's what everybody wants. And I don't have my shit ready. You know, I'll do. Let's do serious shows first. Mix it up. My number 10 serious show is gonna go to the show that happens to be named Ozark.
Ooh.
Ozark is my number 10. I absolutely love this show, and I'm very, very, very excited for the new one that is coming out. The whole new Ozark that's coming out. They're sprouting it. No, the 4th season in 2 parts. Fuck yes.
Do you know when it's coming out? Soon, right?
It's like next month, I think. Or no, it's this month. It's January 20-something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
2020.
I believe
That's
so.
exciting because
22nd.
it's not on my list, but I know like so many people love this show.
Have you
like,
seen
Die Hard.
Ozark?
I do. I can't get into it.
Are you serious?
Swear to God, I've tried 3 different times. I've made it like to the 2nd season.
Tyler.
I need to. I'll add it to my fucking list and move.
Put it on your
shows
list right
on.
now. Now you're watching 7 shows at once.
Gosh.
Enjoy. You've done this to yourself. You've nobody yourself to blame. If you would have just got into it when you first started watching it, that's on you, bro.
No, dude.
Ozark.
My bad.
Amazing cast. And again, something that if you haven't heard by now, I just love it when a fucking like funny guy takes on a serious role and kills it. Jason Bateman absolutely kills it. The wife kills it. The whole family kills it, including the brother character. Very, very good. Yeah.
I don't know shit about fuck.
There you
girl?
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a good. Oh, it came from the show. It hit
You
me.
know?
Yeah, she's very good. But that's a great. I don't know shit about fuck. Yeah. The whole thing, just what a fucking awesome druggy mystery, fucking insanity. Fuck, I love it. I can't wait for season 4, and it's in part 1 and part 2, so it might be like 2 seasons actually.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, that's my number 10, Ozark. Watch it if you haven't.
Oh no, I thought you were gonna do your comedy.
Yeah, I thought you were doing 10 drama. 10
Or how are we
comedy.
doing this?
I lied about all that.
Oh,
no, I
did you?
forgot what we were doing, to be honest with you.
I was like,
We're so
I thought it was
professional.
our fault again.
I was
but
sitting there in my
for
head. I'm
once it
like,
was-
they are just blowing this. and
For
meanwhile,
once it was Brandon.
I'm
like,
blowing the
didn't-
hookah as we speak. My number 10 is going to have to go in the form of South Park for comedies. South Park. I don't watch South Park anymore. And now when I watch the older episodes, it's really good. But it's not quite as great as I loved it when I was a kid. Still fucking awesome, but not like those levels. Because those levels were amazing when I was a child. And I got to tell you, that is the biggest reason why it has to be on this list. That show at one point was my favorite thing on earth. Like being like fucking 7 years old when it came out and just being able to watch it. My parents really kind of let me watch whatever at the end of the day. But at the time, like this one was easy to get away with because it was like, oh, a nice cartoon for them. Didn't really pay attention to what was going on. And then it became a thing where it's like, oh my God. Because the one thing my mom did not have. I mean, I could see titties, I could see murder, but if you disrespect Jesus Christ, there's a problem. And one of the first season episodes, I started watching in the first season, the devil literally fights Jesus Christ in like a boxing match. She's like, what is this? And yeah, but the rest is history, dude. I absolutely love South Park. Absolutely like South Park now. Absolutely loved it. 10 out of 10 when I was a kid. Got to be on my list. Top 10 comedies. South Park at number 10.
Oh, yeah. So, I'll go on and do my number 10 drama series, and that is going to go to...
Is it strictly drama? Is that what you're telling me? Or are you just calling out that this happens to be a drama series?
It happens... Well, it's like action, drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just making sure you didn't reveal, of course, your whole list is dramas. And
no,
serious side
it's all... Anyway, so my number 10 goes to Castlevania. It's an animated show on Netflix about Dracula.
Such a Rodney answer.
Dude,
I know, right?
it's so
like,
good, though. It's so damn good.
I've never seen it.
I'll give out one honorable mention that got knocked off the list. It was really hard to.
You don't have
was
to.
Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Black Mirror.
I've actually never watched it.
I've never seen it. I've heard
Really
Rogan
good.
talk
I've
about
almost
it.
watched it 500 times, and that might be accurate.
But yeah, Castlevania. It hits on all cylinders. It's got its funny moments. It's definitely bloody. You know, it's the lore of Dracula and everything is incredible.
Ooh,
So
Animated, that's crazy.
the animation is awesome too.
Bloody
so I know
animated.
how much you love animated shows.
So check that out, Tyler.
My number 10.
Yeah, right.
My number 10 comedy show goes to New Girl. And Jamie turned me on to New Girl about, I don't know, like a year ago.
I refuse it because I tried to turn you on a New Girl for like 7 years.
Well, she watched it. So I get stuck coming in, the house and then sitting down and then
I hate
New
this
Girl was
right
on.
now.
And
He wants the credit for it. So
I
bad.
do,
Loving
because that's what's gonna happen with like Kingdom, what we were talking about before this.
Oh yeah, like she's.
I'm like,
watch
watch. No, but somebody else like, dude, this person turned me on to Kingdom. I'm like, yeah, not the person who was telling you to watch it for 7 fucking years.
Oh yeah, Schmidt, dude. Oh my god,
Schmidt's the shit.
Flawless.
They're taking it off Netflix.
Yes, I heard that is so. They do that with that '70s show also. They took that off of there. Everybody watched it. Everybody watches New Girl.
That's an easy
They
fix,
took it
though.
off.
New Girls doesn't have a complete box set that I've seen, so that's
Oh,
harder.
really?
Yeah, but they do have them all on Vudu, so we might have to work out like a package deal, like we did the MCUs, where we
That
go
works.
half season. We can just have New Girl no matter what forever.
Yeah, that works for me.
That works for me.
Because we gotta have that. I've gotta
You
have
don't have
that.
my Voodoo account, so.
Shit.
Are you talking about the? I ain't even gonna fake your email.
So yeah, New Girl is my number 10.
That's
Okay,
beautiful.
what about your number 10 comedy?
You're stupid.
Oh, New Girl. That's right. Okay, and my number 10. The thing is, I was dead serious.
Yeah, I was
New
look.
Girl.
Yeah,
I already
know.
looked into this. That's the only way that I
Okay.
can find it.
Go Ty.
My number 10 serious type show is True Blood.
Really?
Yeah. Have y'all seen it?
I'm just playing. I've seen episodes. I haven't watched
Yeah.
it.
Dude,
Yeah,
it starts
I've
off
seen it.
very good,
All the
and
way through?
halfway through it's
Mhm.
very good, and then the ending just gets kind of weird with her being a fairy.
Arena
Wow,
Fairy.
That's weird.
It's weird. It's just like that whole... The last 2 seasons aren't that great, but the show
As a whole.
as a whole is pretty good. Number 10 comedy, Parks and Recreation.
I like that pick.
Dude, Andy is amazing.
I couldn't get into it, dude.
Mouse Rat.
Exactly, he gets it.
I
Andy's
get it.
amazing.
Dude, I don't like The Office. I like Parks and Rec.
See, I love
What's
The
her
Office.
name?
I feel like
Aubrey
you like one or the
Plaza.
other a lot of the time. I started watching Parks and Rec first, and I was like, I just can't get into this Office stuff.
Dude, this Aubrey Plaza. This show is what made me fall in love with her.
She's
So hot.
gorgeous.
And
Me
she's,
too. That's why I love her so much. And Nick Offerman steals the fucking
Yeah.
show too, dude.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh,
think
I
you'd
love
get into
Leslie Knope," but dude, Nick
That's
Offerman,
More as it
Andy,
goes on.
they're the best. So
I mean,
the
The
number
Office
10.
first season.
I know they
sucks
got
from what I hear.
that Patton Oswalt doing his Star Wars /
Yeah, you saw
Marvel,
that
the-
thing.
the
Yeah,
that
and
was
you don't
cool.
even get
That
like
was awesome.
some of the better characters that come in, like Rob Lowe isn't even in it initially. He comes in
Yeah.
a few seasons down the road, and so is that weird long-nosed prick.
Adam
that's in
Scott.
Step Brothers. Yeah, hey dude.
He's
Yeah.
funny though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my number 10 comedy.
Well, hell
Parks and
yeah.
Rec.
That's actually what won me over about Adam Scott. I was like, he's really good at being a dick, but like I can't stand his face on top of it, so it's just ruining it for me.
Yeah, he's got a very hateable face, actually.
I'm telling you. Let's go on a tangent real quick.
Yeah.
My number 9 comes in the form of True Detective.
Ooh, good one.
First season, all-time great TV. Second and third season, both great. Like, for real. Like, I've noticed people like, well, the first season was really good, and then it fell off. Like, let me stop you right there. It fell off. But it fell off from maybe, like, the best season of television type standards to, this is great. Not, oh, this is pretty good. Oh, the rest sucks. That never happened. True Detective Season 1 is like a masterpiece of a season. Season 2 and Season 3 are also really fucking great. And I'm a sucker for anthologies. And, man, overall, fantastic fucking show. And I keep exiting out of my shit knowing comedy's coming right back up. So if you've been, like, stirred away, like, I saw the first season, but I heard the second, third season sucked, don't do that. Just, no, stop it. My number 9. Ooh. This is going to be tough. I'm going to go with How I Met Your Mother would be my number 9. This is a show, when I think of sitcoms, I think of shows that come on like your local channels, not like other shit, you know what I mean? Like that's on like Comedy Central and FX and things like that. How I Met Your Mother is just an awesome story that you feel for the characters, and it's also genuinely a pretty fucking funny show and just a fun time to watch. Definitely in my top 10 favorite comedies. How I Met Your Mother, got to be on there.
Yeah, that show is pretty awesome until the end. And I'm assuming you're going to disagree with me.
No, I don't disagree with you. I don't hate the ending. It's just, it's there.
I despise it because I love Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought she was an awesome character. And for them to, the creative choices that they made, I was not happy with.
Yeah.
Are y'all going to watch How I Met Your Father?
Yeah, I'll try it out.
I'm sure I will. I could say, like, I mean, I don't know once it starts, for sure.
I told Jamie she would like it, so we're watching How I Met Your Mother right now, and we're in the 9th season, so she's, like, finding out everything.
I'm about to buy the complete collection.
Yeah, I've thought about it, but... So, yeah, all right, hell yeah, How I Met Your Mother. My number 9 series, I'm honestly kind of surprised I did this, but I'm going to have to go with The Punisher.
You motherfucker.
On Netflix.
Really?
Dude, this show, every time, I'm not going to lie, there's 2 seasons of it, and I've watched it probably 10 times. This show is so much better. Every time I watch it, it gets better and better, even though I know what's going to happen and everything. Dude, I think if they could have done another season and left it at a straight, beautiful trilogy series, dude, it had so many, and John Bernthal is the Punisher.
He's so good, dude.
It's perfection. So yeah, the Punisher is my number 9, and my number 9 comedy goes to Bill Burr's F is for Family.
That's great.
I fucking love F is for Family.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. Bill Burr's my favorite stand-up, so I figured watching this.
Mine too.
I'm like, look,
him and Theo are my guys.
I'm like, this show has potential to be great because it's Bill Burr, but it also has potential to be real shitty, and he killed it on all cylinders every season. So yeah, F is for Family is my number 9 comedy show.
Okay, that's a good one. My number 9 drama type show, The Punisher.
Nice.
Yeah, like
That's almost my number 9.
Dude,
yeah, that's great.
It's so fucking good though.
Dude, I knew you were gonna say it when you were talking. Damn it, we both did The Punisher, so we don't gotta talk about it. But The Punisher is great. John Bernthal. They need to make him a movie.
Did you like the Jigsaw for season 2?
Yeah.
Dude, Jigsaw's awesome.
I think I like the first season better. Just the introduction to John Bernthal as the Punisher when he's at that like construction job.
Yeah.
That's you actually like see.
It's a toss up for me, but I think season one has the computer guy.
Yeah.
And then season 2, in my opinion, my favorite character is the preacher. Is that what they call him? I can't remember what they call him. I'm watching season 2, but the guy within the church deal.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So
it's such a good.
It is.
Like I said, they need to make a movie with John Bernthal as the Punisher. Number 9, comedy, South Park. So
the twist at the end, fucking amazing.
He's in South Park.
South Park, yeah, number 9.
You too?
Yeah.
My bad. I pulled out a wild card. And I was like, because I was thinking about like one-off limited series. It's like one season.
This would definitely go on the top 5 for me.
Yeah, in terms of that. Yeah, I'd have to think about that. Dude, I'm just picking my nose on camera and I don't even care.
I've been doing it too.
My nose is just... We just forget what we're doing.
Too
like,
over here.
It's cold out.
Gotta pick your nose.
Shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm on camera. We'll leave. We'll edit it out. We all eat our boogers. My number 8 serious show is gonna go to Bates Motel.
Interesting.
Oh, dude, yes.
I forgot that you have so much high praise for that.
It's so good.
I haven't
Have you not
watched
seen
it.
it? No, dude, it's great.
Let me hit you with this. The first season's good. Second season's good. Second season's almost like not good. It's just like, yeah, it's pretty good. First season, I wanted to watch more, but like now I'm like, how much do we want to continue with this? Well, I mean, I'm definitely going to watch another season, but if it's on the par of the second season, I'll probably power through, but it'll ultimately be a letdown. But the third, this is the epitome other than the first season, the second season, but it's basically a show that just gets better and better and better and better. It has a perfect ending. And being a big fan of the Psycho movies, which now y'all might be able to appreciate that more now too, that y'all have watched those. Like, it is just, for them to make a show off of a horror franchise and make it like this level of quality, it is just, it's special, man.
It's really good, right?
It's Vera, right?
Yeah.
And the kid that plays
on the Good Doctor.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's great.
Yeah, he's no Anthony Perkins, but no one could ever be. That's one of my, like, that's like almost like top 10 favorite characters of all time type of material. That's how much I love that character.
Definitely be in the discussion.
Anthony Perkins is phenomenal. Like, I mean, it makes no. That's why I preach, like, watch the rest, even if you don't like love the rest of them, just for his performances alone, his manner, he's perfection.
Yeah.
But he did the best. Like, I mean, what he was given, he didn't do anything that Anthony Perkins did, but it's still great. It's just not like otherworldly performance as a character great. And yeah, I mean, my God, like it's for what it is. I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's a great show, but it's elevated by my fandom. And then the thought of like, wow, I just didn't think they could pull this off. Because if they made like a Friday the 13th show, which they did like forever ago, but it wasn't really about Jason, like, or Halloween, like it just, there's Child's Play even, what we're seeing now, like it's not on that level and that type of care. It's a real blessing for me as a horror fan and a big fan of the Psycho movies. So that's got to be at number 8. This is the tough part, because I really don't have these ordered. My number 8 comedy show is going to go to Eastbound and Down. Eastbound and Down is a real fucking treasure, and Danny McBride has got to be the most followable, likable dick in movie and show history. You watch this shit and you're like, this motherfucker has no likable qualities. And there's not even necessarily, like, when you start to get a glimmer of improvement as a character, he immediately shuts it down with even worse shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know what makes him so followable, but he is, and it's fucking amazing. McBride is a treasure, dude.
Danny McBride is the perfect dumbass, super cocky character. Like, it's so funny, just
100%.
the way he conducts himself in public.
No, dude, it's so
It's
good.
just
Eastbound.
I'd like to see him with like the Broken Lizard group.
I
think that'd be funny as shit.
It'd be a mashup right there. But yeah, Eastbound and Down. For sure.
That's a good
number
one.
8 for me.
That's great.
My number 8 serious show, goes to a show that he hasn't watched yet, neither of you, called Warrior on HBO.
I've watched the first episode. It was good.
Yeah, well, it gets better. It's based on the writings of Bruce Lee.
I'm not trying to interrupt you, dude, but I thought about that literally like 4 days ago, and I was like, why have I not continued? I'm like, there's just so much shit going on, I just forgot.
There's so much shit to watch, man.
There
it's
is.
Stupid. Even more these days. Go on.
Yeah, but Warrior is dude, you like martial arts action, Warrior's there for you. 2 seasons right now. The third one's about to come out. Incredible though. I mean, he has the lifelike movements of Bruce Lee. Like he does the shouting like him. I mean, it's brutal, but the story is so in tune. It's so in depth. The pacing it's just awesome. Warrior goes to my number 8 in serious shows. And my number 8 on comedy shows, go on and say what you will, but Rick and Morty is definitely in my top 10.
Oh, God.
Dude,
You
people
want to redo
love
that?
it.
Rick and Morty is my number 8.
People love it.
I love Rick and Morty. I love how like difficult it is to understand sometimes, like how I have to watch an episode twice. But it's just the not chemistry, the relationship between Rick and Morty themselves is absolutely hilarious to me. So yeah, they just go bonkers. More and more seasons they go, and I love it. Rick and Morty, number 8.
Beautiful.
Sorry.
Fan of that one.
Okay, my number 8, serious type TV show, Weeds. Have y'all seen that?
I love Weeds.
I've seen episodes.
Yeah,
I
it's
meant
really
to watch
good.
it from the beginning.
It gets kind of stale in the middle, but it picks back up at the end. The beginning, the first 2 seasons are great. Weeds is a very great show. And my number 8 comedy show, SpongeBob.
I can dig it, bro.
I like that.
Dude, SpongeBob, man, it's been on since we were in middle school. Like,
It seems like earlier than that.
no, because I got a story about it. We had basketball practice one Saturday morning, and that's when the new SpongeBob.
It's only been since then?
Yeah, because Willie missed a new episode of SpongeBob and cried about it.
See, I was thinking it was elementary. I remember talking about SpongeBob in like 7th grade class.
Yeah, it was middle school. It's right when it came out.
Nope. It says it came out in 99, brother.
What? There must have been a new episode on
What?
SpongeBob. I didn't think it came out that early.
May 1st, 1999.
Damn, that's my birthday.
Damn, you really blowed it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
SpongeBob, you gotta
I was
give
going to
love
say, I
SpongeBob.
know for a fact I was watching that in elementary school.
That's crazy.
Hey,
Maybe I
do you
was
want to
late
take
to
that
it.
off your list? You want somebody
No,
big
dude,
fan?
SpongeBob's great, dude. I
It
love
is.
SpongeBob. I've been trying to buy the
memory's
box
a
set.
deceiving thing, dude.
I think
know
they're
it
done
is.
making episodes of it, and I'm just waiting to buy the box set. They got the first 100 episodes and then the second 100 episodes on Amazon. I
Well,
just haven't pulled the trigger yet.
When they come out with that fucking box set, dude, all I can say is, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
All right, my number, what are we on, 7?
Yeah.
My number 7 is going to have to go to a show by the name of Sons of Anarchy. This is a show that maybe could be even higher, but I've somehow only watched it all the way through once. It was one of the first shows that really, like, I mean, I watched serious shows before then, but, like, really, like, hooked me in where I was like, I need to watch more serious shows like this.
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy changed the game for me, man. The characters, awesome. Everything that had to do with Sam Crow, fucking dope.
The ending.
The ending is fucking dope. Love everything about that. Everything that went on with Tara, and then the fucking ending with Gemma, and then, of course, Jax. Jax, such a good character. Got to give a shout out to Juice, Theo Rossi, you know, being in whatever, True Story. He fucking that. I thought that was like his only role. That's part of the reason why I was so surprised in True Story, because I was like, I've followed this dude, and I was like, that's the only thing I can really get into. And then this happened. I was like, what a surprise! Juice is back. The juice is on the loose. Yeah, but I mean, just great movie. Ron Perlman, a great show. Ron Perlman, fucking dope. Greatness, man. Greatness. And then my number 7 TV show is going to have to go to In Living Color. My favorite sketch comedy show. A show, my mom is actually in the other room. I remember just like, for some reason, it seems like we'd never sleep in beds. We just like would pile up on like comforters on the floor and shit. And we would just like lay out. We'd watch the show when I was like 3 years old and shit. And that's what introduced me to like who's the go to comedy. James Carey, which was his name at the time, the Wayans brothers. It was everything Saturday Night Live was, except better. To me, like by a mile. It was what Saturday Night Live was with the same talent, and they could get away with more. It was amazing. And Living Color is still amazing. What a run they had for that, like, not short period of time, but in comparison, like to like a Saturday Night Live, they only had like 5 seasons, and 4 were only like good, but man, was In Living Color good. That theme song still lives rent-free in my head. In Living Color. Definitely got to be at number 7, was it? Yeah.
Number 7, serious shows, goes to True Blood. I fucking love True Blood.
Yeah, dude.
True
You
Blood
played
is so
that
good.
off well because you were like, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, True Blood. I got Jamie started on it, but we didn't end up finishing it. We were watching like 4 or 5 other shows at the time when I just randomly was
That's
like,
how it
"You need to
goes,
watch
dude.
it."
That's like our lives.
But yeah, dude, it's like you got all these vampire shows out there, like the Vampire Diaries and the originals and all that, but none of them, in my opinion, hold a candle to True Blood. It had everything. I agree with the season fall off towards the end, but I don't think I agree with why with the whole fairy deal. I think it just the pacing, and I think the story was kind of getting to its end, and they were extending. Maybe they should have put it all into 1 season instead of 2.
Yeah,
But-
I feel like that too.
Yeah, True Blood for me is number 7. For serious, my number 7 comedy is actually the Carol Burnett Show. The Carol Burnett Show is it's an older,
Really?
like sketch comedy kind of deal. Carol Burnett is the host, and she is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, dude. She
Another
cracks me up.
Rodney answer.
Dude, it's just that fucking good. Watch it. Go on Prime Video. That's where it's at.
I don't have. Do you have it?
Mm-hmm.
Can I get your? You have Amazon Prime
Yeah.
Video? I was trying to watch a movie that last night.
Being the Ricardos, you need to watch that.
I need to get your info.
But yeah, the Carol Burnett Show is my number 7 comedy show. On to you, Tyler.
Number 7, drama type show. The Walking Dead, man. Started off so strong, got dull, picked back up, went to back.
Yeah, it got better last I watched, but I haven't continued it since then.
I need to catch up on the last season and the new season, the final season. I just love the very beginning. Like, The Walking Dead took the world by storm.
Yeah.
You know, how popular it was. Then
It did me out the gates.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Dude, the
Yeah.
first 4 seasons, until I was stuck until after the governor. Once the governor was gone, I was like, dude,
4th
this
season
sucks.
fell off hard. 5th season picked things back up.
I think
a
it was
lot,
at its peak
and then
when
it started falling
Negan
off again.
Negan showed up. It got back to super popular, and now it's kind of died
Yeah.
back down.
I can't even say that. I was like barely hanging on, and then when Negan came on the scene, it was like the best moment of the show.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then this full season with Negan, I was like, this kind of sucks now. Like, Negan's
Yeah.
a great character, but this show is just done. Like, it felt like they were just like, let's just throw in this great character because we have nothing else left around him, and it just fell flat on its face. But then
Well,
when
dude, I
the
think-
Whispers came in,
yeah.
picked up a little bit for me, and then I haven't seen the season since.
I think they made a mistake with Merle's character. I think they
He's great.
too
Yeah.
soon with him. And then I think the governor should have gone another season.
I was good with the governor bit, but I read
Yeah,
the
I didn't
comics,
really.
too.
Everyone loves the
So
governor.
I was
love
just
the
ready for Governor was like, he's good, but I'm ready for the main event in Negan.
Yeah, me
and That's
too.
what was hanging on.
Oh, see, I've never read the comics. Negan's like the head,
Yeah.
honcho bad guy of this series, I guess.
Well, if you watch the show now,
Well, it goes the
gives it away
governor,
to-
then Negan's. Negan's worse than the governor because Negan has more people than the governor has.
Negan is brutal.
And Negan is
as
ruthless
fuck.
as fuck.
I mean, have you seen at least the scene? With
I just,
Gordon?
Yeah.
the first, yeah.
I mean, that's all you need to see. That right there is like the best moment of the show. And I was like, we're back. And then I was like, God, Negan's killing it, but I'm done with it. Like, it's like the 7th season, just like, what are we gonna do?
I feel like
Okay,
you
we'll go
you
here.
get burnt out with it because
Yeah.
like there's so many
It's
different
true.
situations.
I hate to say it, but it did become true that it was like the show wasn't even worth watching other than
Yeah,
the opening episode, mid-season finale, and the final was like the opening episode, mid-season finale, and final episode of the season
you know those were gonna be the
was
bangers.
like the best shit on TV you could find.
it
But
was.
everything in between those episodes was like average at best.
Yeah,
They just couldn't figure it out anymore.
it just they just
Other than a few sprinkled in that surprised you, but it was rare.
every season is just a build up to the mid-season finale, and then after that it's a build up to the season finale. That's how the seasons have been lately. Number 7.
People started to catch on to that, and we're like, okay.
Yeah, number 7 comedy, Family Guy. Dude, I love Family Guy. Family Guy. It's one of them. It's also like a lot of nostalgia for me. Like I
like
used
the earlier
to.
seasons a little bit.
I used
never
to
really
just
got
put it
into
on
like
and
that,
then watch
like
2 or
other people
3
did.
episodes before bed, and then because there's so many episodes.
It's a perfect background
There's
for
like
the show.
There's like 17 seasons, I think, at least, and they all have like 20 episodes, and it's just
Dude.
fun. And some of them are just so fucking funny. The
One-
little
I gotta say this. You wanna know what lost me with Family Guy? I realized this early on. 'Cause
Why
I
are you
wa-
talking bad about all my shows? No, I'm just
Watching
kidding.
this in middle school and shit, like I started watching it and I'd seen it in bits and pieces. And I was like, it's pretty good. And I really honed in on it in middle school, and I was like, yeah, I'm loving this. But then as I kept watching it, I was like, there's sort of a repetitive nature to this that's wearing thin a little bit. And then I finally realized what it was. It was literally like, it felt like something that really shows with my list that I love so much about, like, even like, for example, like Eastbound and Down and shit like that. It's never like, I love shows like that never go for like the cheap gag. It's kind of just like you're like, oh, they're gonna do this here obviously because that'd be funny. You're like, oh wow, they didn't do that, and you're like, oh, it's not. They could have done that and it'd been funny, but we've seen that a million times. And then one out of nowhere comes. You're like, oh shit, that's hilarious, and I didn't even see that coming. Family Guy is like the opposite of that. I realized after a while, Family Guy was just like, it's not within the story. It's nothing like that. It's literally just like, let's just talk about every gag in Family Guy is a memory. Every single one. It's literally like, you remember that one time I was with Cole and Pal and we were playing cards and it was poker and it was game night? And then it goes back just like, I'm Cole and Pal. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Have
you have cards? And then it's like, yes, I do.
Have you seen the South Park
And
one
it's like, oh, it's a joke. Yeah.
where
And
they make fun of
Yeah.
Family Guy?
It's literally just like, you
That's
remember that
genius.
one time I saw the Loch Ness Monster and we were in the woods and it was like, Bigfoot should be here? And it's like,
Yeah.
I know I should be in the water, but I am the Loch Ness Monster and I also come out at times, not to be gay. And then let go away.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's every joke in Family Guy.
It's true, yeah.
It's literally it's never
You
like
just
present.
ruined Family Guy for
It's
me.
literally like, let's go back in time in the most crazy scenario, and we can do that with cartoon. Once I realized that gag, the show, as it went on repetitively for years, I fell out of it.
Well,
It started to irk me because I was like, I feel like I figured this out. And it's
fuck me,
bothering
man.
me that I know this.
I just know one of my favorite episodes is when Death broke his ankle
oh yeah.
and fucking Peter.
No, it's probably like,
became-
remember that one time Def broke his ankle? And like that's it. It's just like come up with because you think of a show and you're just like all of us right now, like in the animation and everything, we can come up with a crazy scenario and like that would be funny, but like oh that would be funny, but that's the end of it. They literally took a show as just like let's take all the would be funnies and then create them and just reminisce the entire. that grew stale after a while.
One funny part was whenever Brian died, like they actually like killed him off, and then Peter's at the funeral giving a speech. He was like, "This is probably the most painful thing I've went through, and I've sprained my ankle twice." It's so funny. Family Guys, dude, they're so it's just those little jokes like that just like tickle me.
Yeah. Anyway, I missed what was funny about that, but no, I'm just
See,
playing.
dude,
no, there's definitely,
stop!
No, there's funny moments, and it's a funny show. I give it its It was more of like a me thing. Like once I picked up on that, like I was just waiting for like, what's the next crazy scenario? And it took the fun out of it for me a little bit. I can still watch it as a funny show, but it fell like far away from my favorites, like other people were at the time. Giving it. My number 6 is gonna go to Stranger Things.
Ew.
Stranger Things.
Hated it. I'm just kidding.
Hated it.
Hated it.
There's an In Living Color reference, a la Rodney, if he'd say it. Stranger Things is just phenomenal,
Dude,
man.
it's unbelievable.
The first season, amazing. Second season, good. Third season, amazing again. And I'm just totally on board with these characters. Something that amplifies it for me is a lot of people just like it, but it fits in my wheelhouse of like those 80s horror movies with kids and shit like that. I eat that shit up. And the fucking techno-y, synthy fucking beats, that's my fucking jam. So, like, I mean, they just basically took everything I love about, like, my childhood and watching shit like this and threw it against the wall, and it stuck. Stranger Things got to be on here. My number 6.
Yeah, that's a great one. I love that show. I can't wait for season 4. I
God,
think season
can
4 is
we
going to
get
be the
it
end of
already?
it.
Damn.
It is. It's the final
Dang,
season.
dude, that's crazy.
That's what I'm
Stranger
hearing,
Things
too.
is another show that took the world by storm when it came
Yeah,
out.
it did.
No doubt about it. And my number 6, which could definitely even be higher, but I'm going to leave it here because it's only one season so far. And the second season comes out on Sunday. The Righteous Gemstones.
I know it. Yeah.
I absolutely love the show. Anything Jody Hill and Danny McBride do together, a la Eastbound and Down, which I just talked about, is fucking just prime, amazing material. It's not just comedy. Again, it's not the cheap gags. It's the comedy, and they add in like an element of like just serious shit around it, and like to the point where you're like, when something really starts to go down, you're like, they might kill this character here just because like there's enough of it here where it's not just a fucking goof fest all while being a goof fest. It's fucking amazing. And I want to even have it like one spot higher, but I thought about it as I was like tied with these two shows, and I was like, dude, it's only one season. This could change, you know, as soon as this second season wraps. But you add in fucking Adam Devine, who is like a god to me, and you fucking mix him in with the mix, and then also John Goodman too. The fuck out of here, dude. Righteous Gemstones is a special fucking show, and the people that haven't watched it yet, I feel bad for you. And the new season is literally dropping Sunday. It's gonna be fucking
That's
great.
dope.
Can't fucking wait. What a fucking Sunday it's gonna be with Yellow
know.
Jackets, Dexter, and fucking Righteous Gemstones. Holy shit. Damn, I've not tuned in for TV on TV, I don't think, ever in my life as much as I gotta watch 3 episodes of shit. Man, yeah, Righteous Gemstones.
My number 6 serious show-ish is Lucifer. This show surprised the fuck out of me. I thought it was going to be a good show, but I thought it would have it because I came real like late to this party. Like I didn't start Lucifer until the 5th season was about to drop. So I ran through the first 4, loved them.
I've done that many a time.
5th season, watched it, and the 6th season, it's just, and it's over now, but it's just so good. Little detective, Lucifer is a detective, like helping with detective work is just such an original idea to me, and I think the way they played it was perfect. So Lucifer is my number 6. My number 6 for the comedy will make Brandon happy in the form of Workaholics.
Chim, chim,
Love Workaholics. Dude, this show is like the epitome of lazy stoner
everybody hanging out together in real life.
Yeah.
Like this is if you threw a camera on this type of stupid stuff.
Exactly.
Talking about.
It's just so much fun to watch. And then even the side characters. Damn, it's been so long now. The boss,
Alice,
and then you got her dumbass assistant,
Jillian. Montez.
Yeah,
Wayman,
Montez is
even
hilarious.
Jet Set, R.I.P.
Yeah, dude, it's just such a funny show. It had a couple episodes that weren't all that great, but for what, 5 seasons? 6, 4, 9,
8.
Down 7.
7 seasons.
Should be 8 seasons though, because I swear the 3rd season is the only season that's like double the amount of episodes. And when it was airing, it was like 3rd season. It ended at 10, and then like, I guess they were like, "Hey, and we're gonna do 10 more episodes in 3rd season." They like turned it into like a break, and I don't know if that was their original intentions, because every time I'm like, I
I never
remember
realized that.
the second half of the 3rd season being the 4th season. I might have been really high at the time, but yeah.
But yeah, so Workaholics is my number 6. Tyler, it's your turn.
That's one thing I do miss is watching that show stuff.
Number 6. It's coming in the form of Sons of Anarchy, man.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Sons of Anarchy
You're also an anarchist.
is unbelievable.
I don't know about that. I'm saying like, literally
I know,
on my
like,
list,
come on.
and I'm dissing your shit. I'm just
Okay.
giving you a hard time about everything.
And then my number 6 comedy is, say what you want about Bill Cosby, but
The Cosby Show.
Modern Family.
Oh yeah, Modern Family.
Yeah,
You got Adam Devine in that too.
dude, Modern Family.
Never,
So funny.
Never really watched it.
It is funny.
it's
Like,
really
I haven't
funny.
watched all the way through, but
I've watched episodes, but never.
Dude, what's
It's good. I'm
the
the
2
same
gay
way.
dudes are just so fucking funny.
Are they?
Yes. So you wouldn't like it.
jokes.
Yeah.
Of course, right? Jokes.
Yeah,
Joke,
they're
joke.
all jokes.
He watches musicals. Of course, we're joking. And loves
We
them.
like dig deeper.
Dig deeper.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's
Modern Family's your
yeah.
number?
Modern Family's so good.
Oh yeah, I know a few people that love Modern Family.
What is that guy's name?
They're pretty terrible people. But I
He,
know 'em.
the dude.
Just everything.
I mean, Sofia Vergara.
Oh yeah.
She's so
The
hot.
hot
Julia
chick.
Brown, so hot. Eric Stone Street, who plays Cameron, who plays one of the gay guys. He's like a straight man, but he plays a gay dude. Perfect. It's like they're so funny together. It's unbelievable. And of course, Ty Burrell, the dad. He's great. And Ed O'Neill.
Oh yeah.
Such a
Gotta
great,
look at him like
such
that.
a great
Love
cast
and
and a great
marriage.
show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's my number 6.
My number 5 is gonna go in the form of Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is my number 5 serious show, and I'm sure I got a feeling it'll be talked about more, so I don't need to spend too much time on it. Walter White.
I got you, bro.
No, don't reveal anything. Shit. Well, let me take that off my list. Tyler's got it on his. That's just, I got to take that out of here. No, it's a phenomenal show. I'll say I don't like the ending as much as other people, which everybody else loves it. But, I mean, I don't like a lot of serious shows, so it had to make the list. No, I'm just playing. It's a great fucking show. I mean, what else can you say about it? I'll leave that for other people because I know it's coming. My number 5 comedy is going to go in the form of New Girl.
Nice.
New Girl is fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. Schmidt, dude. Jake Johnson is amazing in this show as well. Now,
Him and Zoe, dude, their chemistry is so good
it's insane.
when they're dating.
Yeah, or when they're not. They're just like, it's every bit of it is fucking great. And Schmidt just in the middle of it. Schmidt plays the straight character that seems gay as shit.
Yeah,
But
dude.
he's so fucking good in the role. Schmidt just steals the show.
He does.
They
Every
all
episode.
do, though. They all fucking do.
Dude, and I'm not even a big
Winston's
fan
my
of.
least favorite.
Yeah,
I
same
think.
here.
But I love Coach. I think Coach.
Yeah, I
is
was just
way
about to
better.
say is like I'm not a big fan of when they bring characters in later.
Winston,
But Coach worked.
Coach was in the first episode.
Yeah, but he was out for a while though.
Well, yeah, but that's what's funny about Coach. That's what I love about the show. They literally had Coach, like this black guy, Damon Wayans Jr., and then the second episode, Winston as a black guy replaced him, and they didn't explain anything. They were just like, here's another black guy, and we're not even going to explain it. And then later on down the road, they did. But it was I remember watching this like, okay, this is the new black guy. All right. And I remember watching it like, damn. Winston is a good character, but this is where it gets fucked up with Winston. Winston's such a weird character because they tried to make him be a million different people.
Oh,
like
you can
when he-
definitely see like a mix.
Like when Coach left, Winston came in because he had the basketball background and he started being like the jock. And then they made him this guy. And they made him this guy. And now he's just awkward and weird. And they kind of brought him back to this guy. It's like they could never really figure out exactly where they wanted to nail it down Winston. And they finally like brought Coach back in the mix. And they're just like, okay, Winston's just going to be the weird guy. And then they bring up how he was this basketball star, and it doesn't feel right anymore with like how he acts and the characters all over the place. But even then, Winston's got some moments too, and it's such a fucking great show that people skip over if they're like manly and they're like, oh, it's some chick show.
No, it's
Nope.
funny as shit.
It's great, and it's so much more than a chick show. It's not even a chick show.
All right, my number 5. Mock me if you will, but Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
What? I didn't see
Dude,
that coming.
That is one of those shows for ages I can turn that on at any time and just get stuck in like a
Dude,
7-8 episode.
Weird life, man.
What?
It's just
You
I don't know.
lead a weird life.
Dude, it's such a good show, and Mariska Haggerty, dude, and Christopher
Mariska
Maloney,
Haggerty.
dude, they are
That's
awesome.
a Workaholics reference.
So, yeah, Law and Order SVU, my number 5. Love it. Watch it anytime. My number 5 comedy show has to go to Thad Castle himself in Blue Mountain State.
Yeah,
Really?
that's a terrible show.
Dude, Blue Mountain State is so fucking funny, and it's all because of
like
Thad Castle.
I like Blue Mountain State.
Yeah.
Dude,
didn't
he's so
love it.
great. And Alex Moran, and then his cousin, I forgot his cousin's name, but he's also the creator of the show.
I haven't
Sammy.
seen that show since
It's
I was
Sammy.
like 21.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Dude, it's so fucking funny. But
It was good. though.
yeah, Blue Mountain State's my number 5 comedy. Tyler, it's your turn.
Tyler, it's your
Number
turn,
5.
damn.
This one is a serious one. And I forgot about this on all my other lists until today of top 5 shows. This is one of the greatest shows I think ever made.
The Jeffersons.
Prison Break. Have y'all seen Prison Break?
I couldn't get into
Nope.
it.
What?
Dude, it's one of those
the
shows.
first season is unbelievable.
It's intense, but it was another one I caught onto the thing about the show. It seemed like they dialed up this intense music around every scene. Like they could literally be like the bar of soap is missing, and it's like dun 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 dun. What are we gonna do about this dilemma?
Don't listen to
Like
him,
it
Rodney.
felt like it forced suspense.
Watch it.
always.
Oh,
Like you know,
yeah.
it's suspenseful and there's suspenseful scenes, but it's almost like the creators were like, even when there's something not suspenseful going on, let's dial it up like it's suspenseful because we don't want to lose people
yeah, it
that
makes
lose.
sense. There's now that I'm thinking about it, there's a couple scenes where they're like, that's not that suspenseful, but they're trying to break out of prison. You know, it's so good. Rodney, the first season alone, like if you just watch the first season, it's good. And then they got I won't spoil it.
Oh, it's a good show. Everybody loves it for the most part. I'm an outcast in that regard.
Number 5 comedy, and this is a one that might catch you off guard. Reno 911.
Doesn't catch me off guard.
Doesn't catch me off guard, but
I like
it's
it.
good to hear some love for Reno.
Yeah,
911,
dude.
though.
That
just-
show's so hit and miss to me. Like I'd watch like 3 episodes and be like, "This isn't funny at all." But
Exactly.
then the 4th episode would be like gut busting laughing. It was too
Yeah.
inconsistent for me.
Dude,
but its highs are fucking great.
Yeah, new boot goofing, man. Officer Dangle's always driving or riding around on his bike because he can't get a
Nick
car. In
Swartzen.
his, dude, yeah, Nick Swartzen. It's so, yeah. So good.
That
Reno
one dude that
911.
was hiding under the fucking, what is that? That kiddie pool. You remember that scene? There's like this. It might have been a drug addict. I can't remember. It's been so long. He's hiding under a kiddie pool, and they flipped it, and he was just like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" And he like popped out, and he like took his shoe off, and like put the boot down, put the boot. He's threatened me with the boot. Like there's just like little things that are funny. The other episodes they do that, and it just wouldn't work for me.
Yeah, I mean it's hit or miss, but when it hits,
overall,
it hits
it's a
hard.
good show.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the movie.
I haven't even seen the movie.
Really. Damn, dude, take that one off your list too, dude. You still seem like a big fan. That's cool though, dude. I mean, I dig that it's on there. It had some good moments for sure. All right, my number 4 is gonna go in the form of Tales from the Crypt.
See, I caught on with this one
Anthologies.
early. I didn't really like it. It was just like
It was terrible. Anthologies, dude, and just being like a little kid, the Crypt Keeper was so fucking awesome. Like that's almost like the best part of the fucking anthology of the whole thing, where there's a new horror story each time. Was just the opening with him, just like hello there, boys and ghouls, and he would just tell this story, and you'd get so fucking excited at him telling the story, and his corny, horrible jokes are still awesome to this day. And then it would end with him giving like the nightcap basically before you'd crash on like a school night back in the day. It's just fucking classic all around. You can't beat that shit, dude. It's so good still. Every season is still dope as fuck. The final season, though, I'll say the 7th season is almost unwatchable. It's really bad, but the first 6 seasons, phenomenal. Number 4 on my comedies. This is going to rip my heart out, but I think I'm going to do it. Number 4, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And this is one that could, like, my top 4, I mean, dude, like, they all could be number 1. Everything past this is up in the air. Like, or not up in the air, like, I pretty much know. But It's Always Sunny. Come the fuck on, dude. It's the perfect grouping of people. These top 4 comedies are what I would call absolute perfection. You can't say enough about him, dude. He thinks it's funny, this bastard. I mean, I already know it's going to be on someone else's list at least. Yeah, you can't beat the whole gang. Dennis, D, Mac, Frank, Charlie.
dude, I was watching that clip of
So good, dude. It's I almost said unwatchable, but I meant fucking like I was somehow unwatchable meant like endlessly watchable.
What's his
like,
name?
It's unwatchable because you watch it all these times.
the episode where Mac's trying to like make a badass video with Country Mac, and they're
Sean
like,
William
oh,
Scott
they're
was
at the bottom.
amazing.
They're at the bottom of that bridge, and they're like, oh look, there's someone's gonna jump, and he's like,
no, we don't know. That
yeah, we don't
someone's
know,
gonna
we don't
jump.
know each other. He's like,
oh, that's right.
He's like, it looks like he's gonna commit suicide. He's like, and then what's his name? Frank, Danny DeVito's like, suicide's badass.
Yeah, he's like, no, it's not badass.
No, it's not badass.
That whole fuck.
Dude, that's such
One
a
of my
funny
favorite
clip.
parts of that episode is when they all get high as shit. They
Oh,
go to the
dude, they're so-
planetarium.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Shut up, science, bitch!"
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they go to the vending machine, and Dennis is having like an epiphany. Their eyes are just like
It's so
solid
red.
red.
It's like the reddest I've ever
and
seen.
he's just like looking over at Mac, like doing like
yeah.
like by the vending machine, and he's just like, "Man, like I'm coming to find out that like Country Mac, like like bodybuilders and like kung fu and all that shit is really dope."
Oh,
And like maybe I don't dislike that shit. Maybe I just dislike Mac. It's like, yeah, dude. Like maybe Mac has robbed me of all this great shit. It's not the shit. It's Mac who likes the shit. And they're all deciding they hate him.
yeah.
And then like Mac's just like, I can't get these
It's
chips
Mac
out.
Day.
And then Country Mac's just like, 1 second. He just literally goes like,
barely
like
touches
barely
it.
and the chips fall down. He's like, Country.
Yeah, like he's so badass.
Dude, it's such a good episode.
I miss Sean William Scott. He needs to
Dude, he was my favorite.
put him in some more
comedy.
roles, guys.
He's my favorite comedy guy for a long time there. He's so good. But yeah, that's my number 4.
My number 4 drama series goes to True Detective.
Oh, Ooh, it made the list
Get
for
some
you
love.
too, eh?
True Detective is
It just
incredible.
missed my list.
You watched all 3 seasons?
I have. And
nice.
dude, I was a little worried about Mahershala Ali's season because I didn't hear the greatest things about it, but
was great.
I loved it. It's you're right though, like the first season is a absolute masterpiece.
Yeah.
Like it's a masterpiece.
It's 10 out of 10 TV.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. And I would give 2 about a 9.5 in that area.
Oh, damn.
And 3 I would give about a 8.
I like
5,
2
8,
more than
9.
3 as well. A lot of people say 2's bad. Like, I always hear 1's amazing, 2 and 3 suck. Or I hear, like, 2's all right, but 3 picks it up a little bit. Like, it's like, why are y'all shitting on 2?
I think it's in
2's more
order.
convoluted, but if you fucking just latch onto the story and follow it every step of the way, and at that time, this was even before, like, S. Craig Zoller, Vince Vaughn. It was like, damn, Vince Vaughn has some acting chops now.
Yeah.
Which I loved at the time.
Yeah, so yeah, True Detective is my number 4. And 4 for comedy is a show called Rules of Engagement. It's
Yeah, you found it at my house on the
yeah,
futon.
I did. I found it at your house on the
You
futon,
bastard.
randomly going through Netflix.
Dude, I got like 3 more episodes. You chill? I'm just standing at the back of the futon after work like, bro, I'm actually just trying to watch my stuff at my house.
Trying to watch something I
He's
like.
like, shh, 1 second. And I'm just like,
In the living room, in the biggest TV in the house.
dog. I didn't
But-
have that big of a TV back then, but it was decent.
But yeah, it's a really funny show, dude. It's one that I watch every night before I go to sleep. It's the one I go to sleep to every night. It's a wife and a husband, an engaged couple, and a single character, and it's a riot.
Greatness.
So yeah, my number 4 goes to Rules of Engagement. Tyler, it's your turn.
Number 4 to drama, Shameless, man.
God, I gotta watch that all the way through.
Yeah, me too.
The ending,
I've
dude.
only seen
I
episodes.
ain't gonna spoil it, but the ending sucks ass.
There's a lot of drama with her wanting more money and shit.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something else. But Shameless, man, this is one of them shows that it can make you
It's
laugh.
shameless.
It can make you cry. It pulls on your heartstrings.
A little bit of everything.
It's
for sure.
it just shows like the real life that some people live, you know. So great. Shameless is amazing.
I mean, I
Number
can dig that.
4 comedy. Man, Workaholics.
Beautiful.
We've already talked about it. Workaholics is
It threw
freaking
me off. It was supposed to throw him off. It threw me out. I was like, what fell from my...
Workaholics is
That threw me off again. Fell from my ceiling.
freaking grade A comedy.
Stop throwing stuff. Like a teacher in class. It really is.
Workaholics is absolutely hilarious.
Workaholics is another show that took the world by storm when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little late to the party.
I remember being on break at work.
My crib,
I
bro.
did. I did. Yeah.
I was like, what is this? And it's stoned as fuck. I'm like, want to throw another one on? I'm like, might as well. Yeah. My number 3 serious show is Lost. Lost is my absolute gem. And here's the thing about Lost. He was talking about catching on late to the party. I watched the debut episode of Lost.
Did you really?
Yes. I watched it. I thought it was like some Jurassic Park type shit. 'Cause the trees above started
Yeah,
moving.
dude. That was that.
I was stoked. And then like a polar bear came out and I was like, this is getting weird for me, and I stopped watching it in middle school.
no,
And
dude. That's
then-
like the highest, like the most expensive TV show or premiere pilot episode ever made.
Oh, dude. I was hooked after the first episode, and as it kept going, I was like, I don't like this, do I?
Then you fell in love with it.
And then Remy, I met somebody named Remy Burton.
Oh, yep.
And he
know
was like, I
loves
was like, dude, I mean, it was cool at first, but where they went with it is terrible.
it. Yeah.
And he would even like, he's like, don't even fucking say a word, bro. I'm in it right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, God, this show sucks. And somewhere down the line, I watched it from the beginning, way later on, like after it was over.
Yeah, me too.
And I was like, damn, I really should stuck it out because I was there for the first episode. And Lost is one of my favorite shows of all time.
That'd be crazy if you
Easily.
watched Lost from the very beginning each week it comes on.
I don't know if Remy did that, but I mean, he was every week. Remy's like, I can't do shit. I'm watching Lost.
There hasn't been a
addicted
show
to
where I've done
show.
that, actually. I don't think. Have y'all ever done that? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure I have.
Yellow Jackets.
I mean, I'm doing that now with Yellow Jackets. I don't see me jumping off the train.
That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, there's other shows. Man, like comedy shows for sure.
Really?
Serious shows, it's hard for me to just.
Yeah,
jump
usually
in.
I
It's
let 'em-
Usually you catch on to the word of mouth and
Exactly.
shit. Yeah, but Yellow Jackets, I was like, I'm in the. I can just tell. I can tell from the trailer. Yeah, and then my comedy show, which I exited out of as an idiot, dude. I'm so used to just being one and done, and having it on a piece of paper. My comedy show is gonna go to Vice Principals. Again, Danny
Dude, how
McBride
do you love them Danny McBride shows?
and Jody Hill work absolute magic. It's only 2 seasons, but they intended it to be that way. It's not like it ended randomly.
Yeah.
It beginning, middle, and end. It starts off just being funny, and then out of nowhere there's a huge twist at the end of the first season that's like murderous, and it's like, what the fuck? Did this just turn into like a slasher at the end of this? What the fuck just happened? Like, where did this come from? And then
Walter
the second
Goggins.
season is amazing. And dude, the only thing that could make a Danny McBride show better is like with Jody Hill is you add in Walton Goggins, and Walton Goggins
Makes any movie better.
murders
he's so good.
this role with his fucking accent and shit. He sounds gay in the show, but he's amazing, dude. Lee Russell with the hustle, got that muscle.
They're such kiss asses.
Dude, it's so great the way they kiss ass the whole time to be like that lead dog.
They're so fake, dude. It's fun.
And I didn't say about Righteous Gemstones. They even brought Walton Goggins back into Righteous
Did they?
Gemstones with He comes in like the 3rd or 4th episodes, Baby Billy. He plays an old man. They put the makeup on him. It's so fun. He's so
dude.
great as Baby Billy, dude. He's
I gotta
amazing. He's
rewatch
like
it.
recruiting people at church. He's like, this is a good sermon, but yeah, we're taking the old Sears.
Yeah, I need to
inside the
rewatch
mall.
it, dude.
It's so good.
I know they're gold.
Dude,
Danny McBride kills
Jody
it.
Hill and fucking Danny McBride. If that's every season they do, dude, they don't waste no. They're not gonna drag out a show. They just figure it out, and they're so good. That's my number 3.
My number 3 serious show goes to Stranger Things.
Nice. Almost put that on my list.
Yeah. I fucking love Stranger Things. I'm so in tune every episode. This is one I was lucky and got to start fresh off with the first episode, when it first dropped. And they drop it all simultaneously.
Yeah,
but
it's usually where you start.
yeah, but I'm saying I've been there since the beginning of it. And I loved it, and I still love it, and I can't wait to see this 4th season. I'm super hyped. My number 3 comedy goes to Community.
Hey, there you
I
go.
fucking love Community.
I love a sense of community too myself.
I watch it for dinner a lot. I watch it when I'm not wanting to watch anything like I want to focus on like too heavily, but I can get good laughs out of it. All the characters are so amazing. I love all the characters in it. And the self-awareness of it sometimes is pretty good. But Community is my number 3 comedy. Tyler, it's your turn.
You're trying to get me. I'm ready each time. Number 3, Game of Thrones. Have y'all seen this? Have you heard about this?
No.
Game of Thrones, man. It took, dude, I watched it a few times. The first time I had no idea what was going on. Didn't like it. Then I started it again. Fell in love with it. So good.
Talk about it. Keep talking.
What else can I say?
Well, say your famous line there, Tyler. This is definitely a show that took the world by the balls and was like...
It
watch me.
really did. This show, probably
It was a
more than any
phenomenon.
other show.
Everybody fucking talked about this show.
Nobody.
Cinematic.
I haven't heard any. Well, some people, very few, that say I can't get into it. They just haven't given it a chance. If you've actually watched this movie or this show from beginning to end, you're not going to say it's okay. People love this show and they'll die by it, and it's number one in a lot of people's minds as the best show of all time. The ending kind of throws people for a loop, and they didn't like it. And I think it could have been a little better, but it was a little rushed. But I still enjoyed it. The final battle scenes for those last 2 episodes leading into the finale are some of the best TV battles I've ever seen. It's so good. It's like a movie.
I was pretty late to that party for sure. I didn't start Game of Thrones until the end of the 7th season. And when I found out the 8th season, I found out the 8th season was coming out, then me and Jamie straight up binge watched 7 seasons.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And it was every night. We would watch 3 episodes every night. And we got through it. And then when we finished, it was like a week before the 8th season first episode dropped. So
that's crazy. Tell us more. Jesus.
Nah, I don't want to tell you.
If you're not asleep, wake up.
I can't tell you, but
my number 3 comedy show, That 70s Show.
Nice.
I didn't like towards the end of most of these shows, like they kind of take a dive, and that's what sucks about it, because if they would have just ended it at the right time, it could have been like all-time greats. But since they feel like they ran it into the ground a little bit with Eric leaving the show and stuff like that.
Kelso too.
But I mean,
yeah.
But there what's that 90s show? They're gonna make that.
Yes, the 90s show.
I bet that's.
I'm pretty tempered, excited about it.
I mean, there's no way it's gonna even hold a candle to that 70s show.
Hold a candle, it won't. But I feel like with them bringing Kurtwood and Deborah Jo Rupp back, I feel like that's a good start.
Yeah.
So.
I just hope we see Eric a little bit and Donna.
I don't know if we will see any of them.
We won't?
It'd be a missed opportunity. Oh, I said I don't think we will. It'd be a missed opportunity for sure.
Yeah. Well, that was my number 3. Number 2.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is one I was also really late on. I started watching Game of Thrones a little earlier than Rodney, but it was after the 7th season. But it wasn't like a week before. Like I finished it. Maybe the 7th season was still going. I don't remember exactly, but it was maybe it ended while I was in the middle of watching all of it. But I felt that like 2-year hiatus.
Yeah.
I was like, oh God, I gotta wait too far. Like I felt it. You know what I mean? Like, and I watched it like 2 or 3 times before the 8th season began.
You know what would suck?
I was hooked, and it took a while to get there. Like by like the 4th, 5th season, and that's supposed to like to be the best shit. I was like, I do like this, I love it, but I don't. And then like when they picked up the action even more in the later seasons, I was into that. And then when I rewatched it, I was just hooked on all the lore even more, and it was just phenomenal. And
it's
still
crazy.
Is, but the final season, the last 3 episodes,
It took them 2 years to make the last season. If that would have happened, like if it come out now, and they were gonna make the last season, and then COVID hit, it might have took 4 years for them to make one season.
Yeah.
And then that payoff, people would have been furious.
Well,
like
they didn't reveal that, but that's actually where COVID started on the set of Game of Thrones. That's why it took them 2 years.
That's what happened. Anything with dragons is badass.
Yeah, dude. The final season still bothers me. A lot of people like immediately like this season sucks. And
no,
like,
I liked
lot
it.
Of y'all.
I didn't like the very end.
Dude, all that screamed to me is like y'all are bandwagons jumping on the bandwagon now. As also I am as I started the 7th season. But I didn't like. It was like people just watching it to watch it. By the time I started that season, I'd seen it 3 times and knew exactly what Game of Thrones was. Like, all I had sprinkled all over that was like, I've been a lukewarm fan. I'm trying to see what they'll fuss about, or I'm just trying to see what they'll fuss about. The first 3 episodes were great, but the last 3 just bothered the fuck out of me, and the final episode just put the final nail in the coffin. It was so frustrating, but still, like, just the cinematic value where it's like movie level each fucking episode. Like, it's hard
So
to
much
ignore.
money.
It's insane. Game of Thrones is still phenomenal, even with the shit fucking ending. Just is. What they achieved in a TV show, unbelievable. Still captivates me, and I've watched it again already since, of course, it's been a couple of years now, but yeah, I've seen it all the way through since then. Again, the ending still sucks to me, but I still was on board the whole way, even though knowing the ending, because it's so great.
Comedy.
I'm not worried about that.
You're not worried.
That 70 Show is my number 2.
Did we just do the same?
No, you're number 3. Those are
Did
your
we
number
just
3.
become best friends?
No!
Yeah.
It's just because we already were. I got you right there, didn't I? Yeah. That 70 Show, what else can I fucking say about it? It's my comfort show of, like, all comfort shows. Like, going back to my childhood. It's so easily watchable. Like, there's no, like, oh, man, I have seen this 100 times, but I still love it. So it's dragging right now. But, I mean, this is my show. I got to watch it. It's just like I'm watching it for the first time all over again every time. It's perfection.
Love it.
Yes.
Roddy, number 2.
My number 2 drama series goes to Dexter.
I haven't seen that. I've seen Dexter. I haven't seen Dexter.
Dexter is my number 2 for sure.
And you
Animated
haven't watched
series?
New Blood. That's interesting.
I haven't watched
You want
New
to take
Blood
that off
yet.
your list?
Yeah, for real.
I do need to see New Blood, but Dexter is basically damn near a flawless show. Has its downfalls a couple times, but nothing majorly enough.
Let's hear it.
Name
The
one bad
last
thing about it.
season is terrible. And the
Yeah.
ending sucks.
No,
I'll stand on this hill as the ending was great.
The season after the Trinity Killer was kind of,
With, I love the season of Trinity.
Which one was that?
With Lumen.
4 or 5.
Oh, okay.
No, 4 was Trinity Killer. 5 was the
Yeah.
one with Lumen.
Okay, so
The
you
girl
got
from
5.
Save the Last Dance. So I'm not blanking on her name right now.
Oh, yeah.
And 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, that was a great season. It was like a
Yeah, that
revenge
was a great
season.
season.
So they say.
Come on.
So
You're
yeah,
tripping. You're
Dexter,
tripping.
but Dexter is like, that's another one that's just like, and it's serial killer, and it's a serial killer who works for like detectives, like a police station. Like, come on, dude, like this is it's a perfect cover. So,
Exactly.
And it's a great concept.
Yes, the concept is flawless. It's just they nailed it, except for the ending. But
Julia
It's great.
Stiles.
And you haven't even seen the ending.
Dexter
Now,
2
since the ending.
Julia Stiles.
is number 2.
That's who plays Lumen.
My number 2 comedy
As soon as
show
you said it, I was like, yeah.
is Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Really,
Oh,
dude?
Damn. No, I knew that about him.
That's
But
crazy.
it threw me off because I wasn't thinking about it, but that makes perfect sense.
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Whose Line's so good.
Dude,
I used
it's
to watch the shit out of it.
They're geniuses.
Ryan and Colin, and
Who's the
you got
tall,
Wayne
lanky
Brady.
dude?
Ryan.
That's Ryan.
Ryan's the best.
Dude, he's the one that can do those sound effects with his mouth. He's a G with it.
Where
too.
else would he do sound effects with?
His
His ass.
fingers?
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, it just
Like,
seems
wow,
like
okay.
it's crazy because you would
Done
think that
watching
they
this.
have all that shit planned out, how good they are at that, the sketches and
improv.
shit that they do. Yeah, the
Yeah,
improv.
it is staged, so
Yeah, it's all fake, Roddy.
it might be. but
It's a
we-
fake
yeah,
audience.
It's very possible, I guess. But like, we don't like to think that deep in.
And Drew Carey is just hilarious.
Dude, he was awesome. The points don't matter, like this or that. Yeah,
he
shit was
wasn't, he
funny.
wasn't that great, bro.
Shut up.
And-
Cleveland Rocks.
Yeah.
Cleveland Rocks. The best, right? That was hilarious, right there.
Yeah.
That was great.
So yeah, Whose Line Is It Anyway is my number 2 comedy.
I respect
So.
the fuck out of that. It's very great, and people are forgetting about it nowadays. So good. Tyler will be back with us after a brief yawn.
Number 2 for me, drama. Dude, Dexter. Can't say enough about
Wow,
Dexter.
copycat.
We're probably going to talk about it more.
We bite.
Dexter's. I'll talk about it after I say my number one because Dexter is perfect.
Oh. It's like, what? This is your time.
Dexter. Dude, this is one of them shows that I love with a passion, and I will fight people who dislike it. You know what I mean?
I've seen it happen. We were in the mall the other day.
Dexter, Michael C. Hall.
Dude, you
It's
remember
just
that
such a
too,
great
because you
character.
beat the shit out of the one guy, and the other guy's like, I liked it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, you're cool in my book. And then I
Yeah.
went to turn around, he's like, but that ending though.
Yeah, and then Brandon got him.
And then I fucking laid him out.
Yeah.
Like, we're serious.
Y'all should have
about
seen
this.
it. It's crazy. We're actually wanted right now.
We're safe here though.
Yeah.
Don't-
Number
don't tell
2,
my address.
comedy. I'm going The Office, dude. Most people either love it or hate it, and I'm one of the people that love it.
Well,
It's
that's
just,
cool because you're a Parks and Rec Office guy. Usually it's like one or the other.
No,
for
dude, I
whatever
love 'em
reason.
both.
And I hate that about. I'm like, how can you not? But oddly, it's like that with me.
They're
And I
so
don't hate
good.
The Office. I just can't get into it. 'Cause the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, heck, we watching Parks and
Yeah.
Rec just because that's what I watch first.
People either do like one or the other, but I'm one of the rare that like loves them both.
dude.
And The Office.
Office wins out in that.
The Office is so funny,
7
but
out of 10
and then
times.
it's just like it's just like that '70s show and stuff where the ending they should have just ended it sooner, because once Steve Carell left the show, it went downhill.
Not the same.
It was not the same at all. But The Office is an all-time funny, one of the funniest shows ever to me. Every episode is so good. Number ones.
I'm wondering what number ones are, and I feel like I
Yeah.
know everybody's.
I know mine and yours. I don't know Rodney's number one. I don't think.
I'm trying to think of his number ones. I know his number one
probably
that
other
I'm
one.
forgetting. I'm just blanking that hard.
The Big Bang Theory.
God,
Duh.
I hate The Big Bang Theory.
Dude, it's pretty good actually. I like it.
I can't get into it. Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state.
Yeah, I don't even remember how it goes.
Neanderthals rebuilt the pyramids. Math, science, history, unraveling the mystery that it all started with the Big Bang. Bang!
It's pretty good that you remember that.
Okay, yeah, that show
'Cause
sucks, so I don't like it. I really don't, though, is what's funny. I'm not
No,
a
I
fan
like
of
it.
But the theme song, I know. My number one drama, serious type of flicka that's actually a show is Dexter. Dexter's Laboratory. I probably should have put it in comedy, but there's a lot more serious notes if you look a little deeper. Yeah, Dexter, Michael C. Hall, ultimate character. It's shit, dude. What else is there to say? I don't. Shit. I like every season. The 8th season is my least favorite, I'd say. It's a toss-up between that and the 3rd season. But I've grown to where I didn't like the last season. I've grown to like it, but I always loved the ending to the last season because I like the more dark, dreary endings that make me feel a little more. And I think at least 70% of people, especially like TV watchers that don't like get into movies as much, are like, oh my God, it was just sad. And why'd this person have to die? There's a lot of that goes on. And there's another half that just, I think, that didn't really understand exactly what they were doing. And then there's another half that's just like, that's their legitimate opinion. So I've like got the world stacked up against me. But there is a few and far between that did like the ending. Now, I will say I love they brought it back, and I'm loving New Blood, especially the last 2 episodes building to the finale that is coming out, and it will be out by the time we release this. So that's going to be interesting. But I'm super stoked for the new finale, and it's going to be even weirder if everybody's like, they did it right. We put it to bed.
Yeah.
If it is the final season, there's little murmurs of what could be next, but it's going to be hilarious. Everybody's like, yes, we did Dexter right. We put him out on a right note. And I'm like, no! God,
Yeah,
they
you
ruined
hated
it. And everybody else is like, they finally did it right. And whereas before I'm like, yes, they did it justice. Whereas everybody else watching home without me even knowing was like, fuck, they fucked it up. That would be funny if it was flip-flop, but I don't want it to be funny because I want this to end properly. And you know what? I want to say I got my fingers crossed, but there's a lot of shit to cover up, and I'm curious to see if maybe they do have another season in the mix, potentially. You never know.
Oh, man.
or maybe they have something else in the mix that I don't want to talk about. But yeah, I mean, maybe it's getting crazy ratings, so we'll see. Dexter is amazing. Everything about it. Deb, everybody in Bazooka. The new characters aren't the best, not as memorable, but Harrison grown up, and the killer they brought in the new blood, Clancy Brown as Kurt, pretty fucking solid. Good quality shit. Of course, Dexter, yes. And my number one comedy is, of course, You Gotta Be Fresh. Yeah, this is all fucking Workaholics, dude. My early 20s and my biggest stoner phase, getting fucking drunk, partying, and just throwing this shit on, shit face, and dying laughing, or during the day, just cracking up in the midst of this coming on, waiting for it to drop, and it would just be on my like little I would record it and I'd save it in my little on demand, and I have to like delete an episode, add a new episode in. I'm like, God, I don't want to delete that one before I could get a hold of all the seasons and shit. Workaholics is monumental to me, not just as a comedy. It's a way of life. The stupidity is what I was living at that time, and I was living amongst them. Like I always say, it's like I was hanging out with friends, and I still feel that way. Like maybe a year goes by at most, and I'm like, let me check in with the boys. I gotta see what they're up to. I miss them.
Yeah.
Love Workaholics. That's my number one.
My number one drama series goes to Game of Thrones, and this I've never seen a show that is so in depth, so much going on, tackling so many different, I guess what we call kingdoms or clans,
houses.
and shit. Yeah, houses,
Yeah.
and like, and still making it followable. You know what I'm saying? Like, still each episode, it's not confusing, and it all just works out. And I mean, I really enjoyed the 8th season. I wasn't the happiest about the last episode, but it still makes sense at the end of the day to me. So, Game of Thrones for me, I think it's hands down.
It is the best show ever made.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like quality wise,
Yeah, story-wise,
Story.
pacing, all that.
cinematic, it just shit the bed at the end for me. It was the one that almost had the chance. It could have dethroned Dexter, and there was a time I had him like, and then after that ending, surprisingly enough, I liked the Dexter ending, so I didn't overtake it. But yeah.
And of course, my number one comedy is going to That 70s Show.
I knew that was coming.
And this is a show where we were just talking about earlier. I actually have been watching this show since the beginning.
Yeah, me
Since
too.
'98, since
That's crazy.
yeah.
Well, I didn't watch every episode to episode, but somewhere along the line, I lost it when I got like older. But I remember me and my mom and dad sat down for the first episode, and we would watch it every night at like dinner. We never watched and followed any shows, but That 70 Show was the one show we did that with.
Yeah, that's what we did with my family. We'd watch it every week, and it just turned into tradition after that. And then it all through high school and everything, and it was that 70 show. Every time a new episode of That 70 Show was on, we were there watching it, and it's been in my life for so fucking long.
It's so special, dude.
So I don't think anything will ever overtake it, because a show I've been watching since I was 8 years old, 9 years old, and I can still laugh at majority, like 97% of the episodes. Dude, that's phenomenal to me.
That's something that I'm very fortunate that like my parents let me watch mature shit when I was younger. There's like I have that with so many things, and I feel bad for other people that don't, because like I'm like I could love this as a kid, and like it's even better now. I mean, it ain't because the childlike love, but like when you have something when you're a kid and it holds up, it's especially an adult theme like that. It's special for sure. I love that feeling that you just spoke on.
Number one for me, Breaking Bad.
I knew it was coming.
Breaking Bad holds such a special place in my heart.
I knew everybody's answers, including mine, believe it or not.
I mean, we've already talked about Breaking Bad a little bit, but just Bryan Cranston playing Walter White is perfectly cast.
Did you even have Breaking Bad on your top 10?
No, because I haven't finished it.
That makes sense. My bad. I had to ask. I was like, wait a minute. This motherfucker not even in your top
Yeah,
10.
you haven't
series.
finished it.
Dude, that's why Supernatural is not in my top 10 because I never finished it.
How far did you get
Dude.
on Breaking Bad?
You just fucked me up with that
4.
Supernatural take. I always think about everything past season 5. Supernatural maybe was supposed to be in my top 10. It was in my top 5 shows. at
What
the
I
end of 5
what I was
seasons.
gonna say earlier is Breaking Bad. It's like I'll basically die on a hill saying it's the greatest show ever, but recently I'm like, because for the past 8 years since it's ended, I was like Breaking Bad #1, Breaking Bad #1. But I gotta say, with Dexter and with what this new season's doing, it's neck and neck.
Oof.
This new season of Dexter it shows Dexter in a different light. He's actually like a caring father, and just his facial expressions, how certain things actually hurt Dexter, when before you couldn't hurt Dexter, but with his son kind of hurts him with certain things he says, and he tries to make it right. So Breaking Bad and Dexter are like 1A and 1B. And I'm so depressed that the Dexter is about to come to an end, but I'm excited to see where it goes. Hopefully it leads to more.
If it does, ooh.
I don't know. That's why we're going to talk after this podcast. My #1 comedy, It's Always Sunny. It's Always Sunny, man. It's been on for, 13, 14 years?
Longer than that.
15?
I mean, they
Probably.
just had season 15, right?
So 15 years, at least 16.
15.
That's crazy, and I can just you
It's
can go back to
perfection.
the very beginning and watch. There's some episodes where they're like, yeah, that one wasn't that great,
Yeah,
but
my top 4 was all 10 out of 10, so that was my 4th.
dude, It's Always Sunny is
Unstoppable.
unbelievable. You haven't even seen this new season yet.
I haven't seen the season before that either.
This new season kind of sucks, but I know they're gonna bounce back. This new season's just kind of eh.
I've seen everything prior.
There's
at least 2
like
times
2
already.
really good episodes in this new season that I love so far. But yeah, Breaking Bad #1, Dexter right on its tail, like nipping at its heels, and then It's Always Sunny as my #1 comedy show.
Fuck yeah.
That's beautiful. I teared up right there. I didn't, but seriously, It's Always Sunny, dude. It's gonna be a sad day when that comes to an end.
Okay, is that it?
We'll have It's Always Dark in Philadelphia as the sequel.